Alright, welcome back to Cradler90's YouTube channel. We got another World of Warships video for you today. I apologize for the delay with the move and all in my new house. It's lovely. You'll see, I guess, the background of it a little later when we get the webcam up. But without further ado, we have the Monarch on display today. The Monarch's a Tier 8 British battleship. It's got 3 turrets with three 381 millimeter firearms. It is known for, as most of the higher tier British battleships are, for lobbing out HE shells. I'll discuss it a little longer, a little more once we're into the game, but I just wanted to also let you know if this mic sounds weird or is broken for some reason. It just took me about 25 minutes to set up, so it was really frustrating, but we got it done, and hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully the voice is coming through loud and clear. Anyway, like I said, Tier 8 British battleship, known for shooting HE. In the commander slot, I have the perk that allows you to set more fires, and I don't think I'm running any fire-related flags, but the goal of the Thunderer, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'll talk about the Thunderer in a second. The goal of these British battleships is to kind of sit at range, lob HE shells. They have very weak armor protection. They seem to take full pen damage from everywhere and anywhere at any range. And so just to start fires, and sometimes, as you'll see in this game, you get pretty chunky, large BB hits on armored and unarmored targets, even with just the HE loaded. So they're fun ships. They're kind of lazy, relaxing ships, if you ask me. This game's not that great, but none of my games are all that great. I just like to put them up on YouTube, and have myself watch them 15 times before I go into the next one. In any event, this is actually a double feature. After this, I want to show you why I don't put on my DD game skills. I have a clip in the Benson for you, and you'll be able to see just how good I am at playing DDs. It's really quite embarrassing, even more so than my battleship play, which I believe is pretty embarrassing in any event. So we're moved in. There's still a lot to do at the house. Lots of furniture to move and buy, and places to organize, and visions to complete and work towards. The backyard is beautiful and nice, and I just wish it was better weather out. But now that we're in the middle of November, looks like most of the backyard will need to wait. We'll have to wait to enjoy it until next year, which is fine. Things they don't tell you about owning a house: everything costs money, even more so than renting an apartment. And you don't have a super to come and fix things. You have to do it yourself, and I'm not that handy. My handiness level is probably about as good as my World of Warships gameplay level. So that's to give you an idea. So anyway, here we are. Just trying to take some shots at the enemy battleships. Like I said, we're going for just center gravity, center of the body hits here. This Friedrich the Grosser. Hold on. Well, anyway, there's probably a little break in the audio. Something was bugging the heck out, and I was getting this really, and you could probably hear it in the video, this really obnoxious repeating beeping sound coming out. I don't know what it is. You know, just another day in the life of a computer that's getting on in age, with equipment that's not exactly top of the line. I kind of cheap out on this kind of stuff pretty often. Anyway, getting shots on this Friedrich the Grosse. That's the Tier 9 German tech tree battleship. And I don't want to get too close to him because, of course, they have very long and powerful secondaries. They're fun to play if you can get them in the right spot. Pretty inaccurate main battery guns, but powerful and far firing secondaries. And if you spec out the captains and your equipment appropriately, you have a lot of fun with those ships. Anyway, I'm trying to take. This was horrible, but I'm trying to take shots at this Georgia behind the Friedrich de Grosse, or either way, I can't really see on the screen. I was trying to take shots at the Friedrich de Grosse, but I was locked onto the Georgia, and that you could see just allows the or forces the shots real short and completely misaimed. Wastes wastes a reload too. Anyway, I put a fire on. I'm trying to get a fire to stick. These guys, they'll let one fire burn, which is smart, and they'll extinguish the fires once you get two or more on them. So now I don't want to get too close to these guys. I'm going to flip around and start trying to kite them away. I probably should have switched to AP for some of these shots, but it's hard to tell, and I'm not really focused on my gameplay right now. I'm just trying to have fun, set some fires, annoy people. It's very annoying when you get targeted by one of these British battleships. I still think that even though it looks like there's two fires, I think that's only one fire on that guy over there. And he eventually puts it out. These were kind of frustrating. It's frustrating to have a good, a well lined up shot. You're not too far away from an opponent, and your salvo just splits the enemy. I don't know. I mean, a lot of the camos that you can get in the game put a 3% debuff on enemy firing at you and their dispersion. I don't know if that's the type of thing that is the result of that debuff. Like there again, just completely splits the ship. Only get two hits there, one non-pen. It's a little frustrating, but it's part of the game, and as you can see from that completely missed shot, it affects other people as well. Just something you have to grin and bear it while you're trying to play. I play this game not to be super competitive. I'm too old now to get super competitive. I'll blame it on my age and my failing eyesight, but I'm just frankly not as good at video games as I was 10, 15 years ago. Nor do I need to be or want to be. Now I get to play what I want when I want. Of course, there's the age-old problem with as you get older with more responsibilities, with work, with your life, you get less and less time to enjoy your hobbies. And I've tried to I've tried to take on new hobbies as well, such as cycling and working out a little bit better than I had been the past couple years. But all of those things kind of take a back seat to getting your life together and making sure your family's happy and stuff that you never think that is going to be on the top of your mind. When you're a teenager or in your early 20s, but suddenly if I think you're a normal person, they do start to creep in, and you get more sentimental, and you forget about video games a little bit. Nonetheless, I'm probably going to put up a Dead by Daylight video again sometime soon. I've been having some fun playing the Cannibal, which is the killer in that game. It's a good time, but it's easier someone who's not competitive just to get on and play as a survivor and run around and hope you're doing okay. Than it is. It's a little more stressful to be a killer, if you ask me. Even though it should be the other way around, right? It's a horror game. I'll talk about that more in a Dead by Daylight video. Anyway, I kind of got myself into a pretty poor situation here. There's two tier 9 battleships that are above me. There's I think that's probably a DD that's just raining fire on me. There's a cruiser, a Hindenburg that's going to show up soon. That's going to, be difficult to deal with. And you can see just even, I think these are HE shots coming in, and each one of them pens. And it's very painful to sit here getting focused as a British battleship, in my experience. They do have a good repair party, and I'm sure if you pair that up with some of the flags that enhance the repair party skill, I'm sure they can be more tolerable, but it's just not good to be in a situation where you're being tunneled or focus fired. That's the Hindenburg. The battleships, there's a mountain and an island in between us, so I'm going to switch my focus to the Hindenburg and try to get shots down on him. There's two fires. My heal is off cooldown. My repair party's off cooldown. This isn't a good situation, and I know already that I've put myself in this position, and there's really no one that's going to help me out. But if you look at the game, we're up a ship. I'm still able to get some damage down range, help out my team in that sense, and so that's what I'm going to do until I die, and hope that the team can carry. I mean, we have two caps, or at least are on our way to having two caps, and I'm not the most crucial, top tier battleship or player here. So I know that me dying doesn't mean that we're going to necessarily lose the game. Here I am. I see that shot's a little too far back, and I lead him a little more with this one. And I think he's got a couple hundred or maybe 100 or so health left, and I'll take him out, which is fine by me. Again, there are two tier 9 battleships on my rear. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do to escape from this because there aren't many auto bounce angles. As you can see, look how angled we are, and we're still getting meaty pen damage from, I think that was the Grosser Kurfürst. Or, I'm sorry, the Friedrich the Grosser. Anyway, I think this is my last shot until I get absolutely hammered. I'm trying to turn my rudder, shift my rudder, angle this, but no, I was in a bad position. I played poorly, and that's the result. Though, almost 80,000 damage in a tier 8. Wound up winning. Those are the results. It's fine by me. I mean, I have one of the special camos and some of the special flags on that boost up my credits and experience. But otherwise, there you go. Now I'm going to show you just my quick, lovely Benson gameplay. Ooh, tier 8. I have two tier 8 DDs. I have the Benson and the Kiev. I'm not good with either of them. I'm not good with any destroyer, not even down in tier 4. I mean, I guess I outplay some of the tier 4s just by, having some game knowledge, but that's really it. Anyway, you can see I've got my camera working again for this one, and I'm talking to my wife, who's off camera. But look, that's the new background. It's a little different. There's no Peloton in the background of my head, which is nice. And here I am. This is early in the game. You can see no one's dead yet. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't have a fully perked out commander. I throw some torpedoes downrange, and I take some shots stupidly at that Leander, which I thought was a DD when it first popped up, and realized that it was a cruiser. And then I get out of there. This is really going to be top tier gameplay, let me tell you. Anyway, there's still someone capping. My team is pinging the map, asking that I venture forth and throw my nose, my head, my face, and my fist into the B cap. So why not? I don't really know what I'm doing anyway. Maybe I could get a spot off. I skillfully, artfully dodge these two torpedoes, and I get in the cap. And I figure those must be the Leander torpedoes, but there's got to be someone else in here. And there he is. And unfortunately, I don't know. I thought I aimed those pretty well. Guess not. I pop my smoke. He pops his smoke. I'm gonna get out of there. I pop my and uh-oh, what is that? Oh shoot, that's a Des Moines. That's a Des Moines. This is the type of situation that I've gotten myself into because I have no idea what I'm doing in destroyers. He's got his hydro or his radar. Yep, there it is. And I try and scurry away. I'm shooting because I know that I'm within his radar range or his hydro range. Try and get out of this situation, get out of dodge. Not gonna happen today. Let's just epic tail wagging skills. And there we go. Goodbye. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.